Many woodworkers consider these push blocks some of the best ever made. They've been made by Shopsmith for over 40 years. This one's pretty old, but this one's even older. In this video, I'll give them a little TLC. One of the reasons plastic can yellow is due to oxidation, and there are special chemicals I could buy to clean those. But I'd rather keep harsh chemicals out of the household. So I'm going to use these common household cleaning items to whip these push blocks back into shape. Besides the yellowing and the dirt and grease on here, which might interfere with a good grip, I also need to address the pad on all three of these push blocks. This one isn't torn, but it's very, very worn down. And to replace those pads, I'll be working with this roll of drawer liner that I think will be a decent replacement for the pads on these push blocks. First up is this relatively modern Shopfox push block. Okay, that one slipped quite a bit. Next is this really old Shopsmith push block with the really worn out pad on it. Okay, it slipped a little, but certainly not as bad as the other one. This one's in pretty rough shape. Not sure the age, but we'll test it anyway. It does not move, even though there's a big chunk missing here. Next up, the third Shopsmith block. This one has a problem with its friction pad as well. So whatever this material is, it's really good. For comparison's sake, I'm going to go ahead and do the same test with the gripper. I think most of us know how good this green grippy stuff is, and the Shopsmith push blocks are performing just as well as this in terms of grip, at least in this test. Since the Shopsmith grip material is so good, I want to make sure that this drawer liner performs at least as well before I take it off and replace it with this. Okay, so it slipped a little, but not bad at all. So now that I know that my drawer liner material will perform in a similar manner to the material already on the push block, I can strip this down, clean it up, and get it ready to glue this material onto the bottom. So it appears this method is removing all of the dirt and some of the yellowing, but not all the yellowing. I'll keep at it and see what I can do. This is the old yellow push block. And compared to one of the newer push blocks in my toolbox, it's not the same color. But it looks a lot better in my opinion. And my main goal was to feel confident that when I gripped this block, my hand wasn't going to slip on any grease or dirt. Now that the push block is cleaned up, and before I add the pad to the bottom, I'm going to drill and tap 2 holes here at the end so I can fit a retractable push bar that's popular on a lot of new push blocks. I've cut 3 slightly oversized blanks to glue to the bottom of the push block. I'll glue it down with contact cement. Since it's single digits weather here, I can't open a window, so I'll be using a respirator. A quick word about this material. This is toolbox drawer liner that I purchased at Menards. It's 16 inches wide by 72 inches long. So there's a lot of material here. Now, if this doesn't work out in the long run, I think I'll go to Lee Valley and buy a sheet of their high friction material. It's more purpose made for this application. Okay, it's been slightly over 15 minutes. I've got the push block clamped in the vise here, and I'm going to attempt to cleanly apply the pad. Got some trimming to do, but I got a slight overhang all the way around, and that's what I wanted. I've got the new pad applied to the old push blocks. Now I'm going to do the same lean test to compare the friction to the old pads that were on here before. Okay, that one slips a little, but not much. Again, very little slip. So these are sticking really well, just a little bit of slip. Really close to the original pad, I'd say. Well, I'm pretty happy how everything turned out. I did clean up this push block quite a bit. I didn't get rid of all the yellowing, but it does look a lot better. And I have a fresh pad on the bottom. And my prototype push tab here looks like it might work out. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.